Little lamb gone rogue, dancing in the moonlight glow. Little lamb gone rogue, where will this rebel go?
Welcome back to the channel, my little lambs. This is your girl Hillary B, and today's video comes straight from Instagram. Now I have blocked out this creator's username and even the people in the comments username because, well, you'll see in the comment section they don't even believe a question like this should be even posted online. Yes, we are reviewing this brother's question on top of the comments that were left under this post. Now, because so many people have problems airing out simple questions online, Jehovah's Witnesses have a trouble. They don't want no type of exposure. They think anything that's made public is a disgrace and it's bad. And oh my goodness, why would you say this online? This is just terrible. They feel like they can do no wrong. But look at this question. Would you date a brother or sister who loves Jehovah but doesn't seek privileges? What is wrong with that question? Well, many did find something wrong with this question in the comment section, and we're going to review it. Now, many JWs believe that if it's not posted by the governing body, then it's not supposed to be online. I would not be surprised if something like this makes it onto JW broadcasting. Brothers and sisters, let's please be careful what we post online. Let's be very careful on the questions we ask and not to create division. Give me a break. And without further ado, let's start unpacking these comments, shall we? Now, this was the first pinned comment, and it says,
Not everything needs to be posted on social media. Literally, what about this topic isn't worth discussing publicly? What if someone gets stumbled? Then talk out. Use your discernment to know when a discussion should end or be redirected. Stop shying away from totally normal and worthy topics out of irrational fear of coming off the wrong way.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been the theme of this entire thread. You have people who agree, but you had so many people who were just wondering, why did he post something like this? A simple question. A single brother who's probably looking for a woman, looking for a relationship, looking for companionship. And he talks among his community of brothers and sisters, and he simply asks the question, would you date a brother or sister who loves Jehovah but doesn't seek privileges? What's the matter with that? The original content creator, he posted his thoughts on the particular topic. He says,
a powerful insight. It's true that privileges come in many forms, and it's about having the right heart to serve Jehovah in whatever way we can. Whether it's in field service, helping with the hall, or just encouraging others quietly. All of it matters in Jehovah's eyes. The key to remain humble and willing to do our part, even if it goes unnoticed by others. Your experience of learning that some may not practice what they preach shows that sincerity and genuine heart are essential in any relationship or service. It's about the attitude of doing what we can without seeking recognition just to please Jehovah.
See, a lot might mistake having privileges as only someone who is moving up in the ladder of witness land, meaning you're striving, or a man that's striving to become a ministerial servant, striving to be maybe potentially an elder one day. How are they servicing the congregation? Now, of course, I'm not a man, but I'm taking this from this young man's point of view. Sisters, we have privileges, maybe cleaning the hall or sitting at the contribution box or whatever, doing the assembly hall. So our privileges are very minute. We, if we have to step up and, maybe take the group out. That's happened before, where a sister had to take the group out if the brother is not available. Basically, the sisters step in where the brothers can't, and if they're not available. But mostly, coming from this young man, most of the privileges are for men. So this man is asking women, basically, what are you guys only after people who are seeking privileges, actively seeking privileges? Because there are some brothers who just want to go to the hall, or people who just want to go to the hall, listen to the word, and then go home. But that doesn't mean you don't love Jehovah just because you just want to do that. They make it seem like if you don't go out in field service, if you don't comment, that you don't have a love for Jehovah. Some people have stage fright. They don't want to go they don't want to go on a stage. Some people are antisocial. They don't want to go talk to people and knock on doors. I know someone like that. But that's not something that's privy to only Jehovah's Witnesses. It's privy to anybody. Just because you're a Jehovah's Witness doesn't mean that you're socially not awkward. But let's get into these comments because there are a lot of them and I will go on and on. So this next person says,
I think we should be aware of the fact that seeking privileges could be anything from cleaning the bathrooms or tidying up the hall more, or doing landscaping, run errands for the elderly, seeking more responsibility in the hall. I think the desire to do more in any capacity and the attitude behind such things is what really matters.
which is basically what the last comment was referring to. Let's move on. Because boy, are there more.
Don't be misled. Some do not reach out because their hands are full. Jehovah loves us because of what can do with joy and not what we can do with sadness, because we are just exhausted.
Next person says,
I think it's okay not to seek privileges. Unfortunately, I've seen many brothers and sisters with privileges who only use them as a title but didn't actually live in truth with that purpose. What really matters is the love for Jehovah, and if your love is to have some privilege, worship Jehovah and serve others, great. But if you also don't have that intention of having privileges, what are a good brother and sister who seeks Jehovah's interest and dedicates himself to helping others in the preaching work, then that's commendable. Jehovah looks at the heart and intention, not privileges.
next says,
This conversation came up recently and I realized I had to adjust my perspective on titles. Attitude is the most important thing. Do they show the spirit of those who have such privileges? Do they love Jehovah and the congregation? Do they meet the qualifications of such privileges? And how about when they can? Those are more important, and I don't want to miss out on an amazing person by prejudging them solely based on title. The key for finding someone is that they are actively serving Jehovah and doing activities when they can with a willing and humble attitude.
now that's the one. That comment right there, mwah, chef's kiss. I don't want to miss out on a person. No. I believe she said, I don't want to miss out on an amazing person by prejudging them solely based on a title. See, these type of comments are far in between. These are the critical thinkers that are inside the organization. See, if I was still a witness, I would hang out with her. Hey, she may have had to adjust her way of thinking, but at least she adjusted it. She's a critical thinker. Now, those, ladies and gentlemen, were the light comments, or should I say, the ones that if I was still a participating JW, comments that would make me smile. But then we have the Karen.
Why would you post something like this? You can discuss this with your friends.
There are just some matters we shouldn't discuss online. There's plenty of information available on jw.org. Others might see certain comments, get the wrong impression about us. Just something to keep in mind, my dear brother.
I added that part. He held his own because he says,
Look, I totally understand the importance of being mindful about what we discuss online. At the same time, real conversations like this can help us build each other up and think deeply about our perspectives. As long as we keep it respectful and encouraging, do you think discussions like this can be beneficial?
next is,
Why is this posted online?
As a pioneer, I've seriously thought about this and came to the conclusion that I can't go for anyone who isn't a pioneer. I want to go to SKE one day, so I need to have someone who is working towards the same goal.
and to that I say good luck. Guys, this is where the popcorn comes out, okay? I swear. The girls are fighting. They're fighting. Yo, I promise you, people like this who got the nerve to police people's posts. This question was asked up and down his post, and it's just so annoying. The guy who posted the original post, he clapped back. He clapped back. I'm very proud of him. I mean, I would have had another choice of words, but yeah, let's get to reading this. So hater number 1 says,
Oh no, why did this get posted on Instagram? I'm dead. Or the dad emoji.
our guy claps back and says,
And you're the one with a little chaotic in your bio, love that.
hater number 1 replies,
What's that supposed to mean?
Then maybe the post and you have something in common.
hater number 1 says,
There's no way you're a real witness. That's crazy.
and our guy claps back and says,
Well, I am.
well, I guess he told you. This is the type of gaslighting I be trying to tell you. You come into on his page, on his post, trying to start something and tell him what they should do. This is what I'm talking about with the Jehovah's Witness thing. They try to police. They send their little minions out to just police. That's why the governing body don't need to. They already got their little minions in place. They got them online. They got them at the hall. They got them at your school. They got them at the grocery store. It's just, it's crazy. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. So, of course, hater number 2 had to follow up because, of course, you got to break it up. We can't be having this type of fighting online. The type of reproach this would bring, so we can't be having that. Hater number 2 says,
There's no way, as brothers, we don't talk to each other like that. Not even if it's someone from the world. As someone who posted about privileges and where we view in the Watchtower what qualities an elder reflects, which is a privilege to be an elder. One was to have auto control, love for the congregation. I pray Jehovah helps you.
Whoa, Susie. Okay? You are coming down this man's throat. He is a grown man. Who are you talking to? But then we had a hero come along. So we had someone come up behind her and say, remember that we are not to judge, because, they forget that they want to throw scriptures out there, but they've been forgetting.
Matthew 7:1-5. It is not our position. He did nothing wrong in posting a real human question. Interpretation is left up to the viewer, but it turns into projection when someone speaks on what someone should and should not do.
Let's continue.
People who post this kind of content are spiritually sick. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, what's this, man? Disappointing. Really? Instagram?
Guys, the responses to this post, you would think this man said a curse word. You would think this man cursed or was celebrating birthdays or something like that. This is just, oh my God. But our guy, he claps back and he says,
Bye. I'm not. I have great spiritual friends, attend every meeting, go in service every day, loves Jehovah and the principles. Some things need to be discussed. I think assuming things like you did is calling me sick is something Jesus would never do. He's your and my example, and if brought this topic, he will talk about it.
Seems like the guy at the very top forgot already Matthew 7:1-5. We should not judge. We have another goody two shoes.
This is not the avenue to discuss such things. Don't we have enough drama with opposers already?
So when are you supposed to talk about these things? I don't get it. Like, when are we supposed to talk about this stuff? Like, the only time people want to concern themselves with important topics is when the governing body drops a video. This is crazy. This is the type of brainwashing I'm talking about. And this upsets me. It very much does upset me, because I know I have family members that are in this religion, and it just upsets me that people are this brainwashed. I think I'm just gonna read a few more and then I'm gonna come to a close. I'll just post some of them and after this, and you guys feel free to read them if you want to. But yeah, doing this video kind of made me upset just listening to this. So yeah, I'm gonna wind it down to the last few and then I'll just post what I have left.
I will only say that it destroys my heart to read comments about that privilege equals better Jehovah's Witnesses, which leads me to think if we really studied the same thing. I'm glad to know that Jehovah sees it the right way. Meet the secret person of the heart. That's the one who matters.
All these comments made me really want to rethink that it's okay to be mellow and give 1 minute of service than 50 hours. For everyone here is saying it's all in the heart and relationship with Jehovah. Then why bother being a minister, servant, or elder, or anything above that if it matters nothing to an assist to make pick I for a partner?
I made a list of requirements for someone I would date. He had to be a pioneer. He had to be a minister, servant, or elder. He had to be funny. He had to like my family. Don't settle for someone who doesn't meet your requirements. You'll only regret it later. I was only the starting point. They had to meet those requirements to even be considered. Then came the next requirements. Take it from an old married sister. Don't settle.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. Somehow your list kind of makes me sad. But then, I grew up in a family of elders, and I've also seen over the years how circumstances can affect privileges in people who have wonderful hearts.
Now listen, I'm all about commonality. I'm all about picking who you want, not settling. It's only right that you would want to be with someone who has commonality with you. That's not the problem. The problem is you have a lot of single sisters in the hall that are looking for people who are exemplary. And I mean exemplary, meaning their elder status, maybe ministerial service. It is very scarce in the hall to find a mate or someone to date. At the assembly, I really walked around. I didn't have a lot of friends, I guess. Besides the people I knew in my own congregation, I was very awkward at the assemblies. So, but I just think that it's so unrealistic that you have so many sisters and you think that all of these sisters are going to find these type of brothers that have these high privileges. That sister in this paragraph has every right to want a brother that does all those things. But it's not right to promote that, and it's not realistic when there are so many single sisters in the hall. So many. I know about this one sister that was at my hall, and she went through 3 brothers. Now, I don't know why they didn't, it didn't work out for her. Maybe she's the common denominator. I don't know. I don't know what she wanted. I know one of them did. I know he was a ministerial servant. He might have even been an elder. I don't know. But I don't know what happened there. But I just find it very unrealistic to think that only exemplary witnesses can date or get married. But all right, my little lambs, there were plenty of comments to continue to piggyback off of. I just picked those that stood out the most to me. Please like, follow, comment. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. If you are an ExJw or a JW yourself and you have struggled and witnessed the same problems, you see the hypocrisy, you see the brainwashing in a lot of these talking points that's online where you feel like you can't speak and that they gatekeep a lot of things and things should not be online. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know down below. I would like to get the conversation started. You made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate the engagement. And as always, love and peace to everyone.
Little lamb gone broke, dancing in the moonlight glow. Little lamb gone rogue, where will this rebel go? Skipping through the fields, no shepherd in sight. Rebel heart beating strong under the stars at night. Little lamb gone rogue, dancing in the moonlight glow. Little lamb gone rogue, where will this rebel go?